Hello, LinkedIn family. Hope all is well. It's been a while since I've done a video, but I figured, hey, we're all self-quarantined here. I hope everyone's safe and sound, and we'll all get through this together. But I figured I'd do this video because this is a great time that is happening right now. I know that sounds kind of strange to hear. It's not because people are suffering. Some people have COVID-19. But overall, this is, certain things that are happening that we can find an opportunity to find the blessings disguised in everything that is happening. I know some that are affected by COVID-19 that is probably not what you're thinking right now, and justifiably so. But nonetheless, this is a time that we could start together making a lot of different changes to do different things and how we relate and understand one another, how we do business going forward, because a lot of things are going to change no matter if we're going to change with it as a result of this challenging time. And again, before I begin to talk about that, I want to extend that to anybody that is affected by COVID-19, whether if you're dealing with it directly or have loved ones dealing with it. Again, all the healing light in the world be sent out to you to get through this for you and your families. But I want to use this time to kind of reflect on what we can be doing during this difficult time to really not only help ourselves in our businesses, but better yet, add even more value to the people we serve. See, at this time, this is a time that we should be looking at what value can we be giving to others. Now, as you've probably seen, there are a lot of people doing videos over the last couple of weeks. There's been a lot of Zoom community sessions. I've been on, at least 15 of them over the last 2 weeks. And these are all great things to help one another cope, but yet provide hope that can not only help you, but help others as well around you. But in this video, I'm going to talk about some things that you can be doing right now to add value to others through your business. And what I like to call it is becoming a trusted advisor in your business. So what does that mean? So what that means is it's not what you do that matters. Think about it. Do you really think that most people really wake up every day and say to themselves, boy, John Smith, I just love what John Smith does? No, it's not what you do. It's why you do what you do. See, your audience, whoever that may be, is out there also dealing with this difficult situation. Some people are affected directly, some are not, but yet dealing with the consequences with their jobs and career, and are looking for information, looking for content that can help them through this time. See, what's important here is why you do what you do. Not what you do, but why you do what you do. So what does that mean? That comes down to really what are your true core values and principles that represent you, not someone else, not pretending to be someone else, not telling people what they want to hear. But what is it about you? Why you? Why do you do what you do? So I'll give you an example. For me, I'm very transparent. I come from integrity. So those are two values that are very important to me. I'm always doing the right thing, even when no one's looking. I'm transparent. And it's very evident that in any contextual content that I put out, whether if it's in this video, whether if it's in a meme or a post that I have on LinkedIn, whether if it's that when I was speaking in front of a crowd at the time, not now, the same thing, that you're putting out contextual content that indirectly connects with people based upon those values and principles. Does that mean those people are going to also connect with you? Well, some will, especially your audience, but not everybody. It's about how does that relate to their core values and principles? What is compelling to them? See, people are looking for information that can help them to help themselves. Consciously, they may be looking for something for you to help them. But the reality is no one can solve somebody's problem. But why you do what you do, and of course what you do can help in that matter, but in itself can't just solve that problem or do everything for that person you serve. They have to play a role. And the way that is going to work as a trusted advisor during these difficult times is that, are you putting out content that connects with them contextually based upon your core values and principles, and how does that align in some way with them? See, what they're looking for is what's compelling to them, not what makes you unique, what makes you stand apart. It's not a sustainable model. It's why you do what you do. Because when they connect with you based upon those core values and principles, from their perspective, they feel that you understand them. They feel that they're being heard. They feel they can relate to you and you can relate to them. You might not even know them personally. And from that builds trust. And from that trust, that can lead to a start of a relationship that gets off on the right foot. And from that, more people that are likely to draw their own conclusions, to make a decision to perhaps work with you on something that you could help them to help themselves. Let me repeat that again, that they're going to be working with you, that you could help them help themselves, not that you're going to help them outright. That wouldn't work. Sustainably, when they make that decision to work with you based upon that compelling content and that connection based upon values and principles, they're going to want to do their part from within to take what you do, why you do what you do, along with it, whether it's a product, a service, whatever the case may be, and actually apply it. That you're doing it together, interdependently. And when you have that ability to do that, what happens when they have a great experience? They're going to refer you. See, the great thing about a trusted advisor, it's all about building your business through referrals, through a sphere of influence, being compelling versus being unique, adding value on contextual content that relates to them, that's compelling to them. So the thing is that you also need, in order to leverage that contextual content based upon core values and principles, you need to be true to your own core values and principles. You need to be true about what your strengths and weaknesses are. If you're not a great writer, then maybe perhaps you shouldn't be writing to convey that compelling content. Maybe you should be on video doing what I'm doing right now. I'm not a great writer. Even though, again, I wrote an international best-selling book, award-winning author, but still, that's not my strength. My strength is speaking. It's being on podcasts, being on a video right now. This is the best way that I can convey this content that clearly articulates the values and principles that are either going to connect with you or not. And it doesn't matter, because the thing about a trusted advisor is we are not here to control the outcome. We're not here to control what we can't control. We're here to control what we can, to honor our values and principles, and to allow that content of value to resonate with the people that are perceiving or listening and perceiving it on their level. It's what they decide to do with it that makes the difference. And those that do are the ones that are going to connect with you and want to do business with you. This could be even for your sphere of influence, connecting on core values and principles. You've heard it, if you're a realtor, right? The first thing they tell you as a realtor is to come up with a list of 50 to 100 people that will be your sphere of influence. The reality is most people don't leverage that sphere of influence on a regular basis. But if you leverage your strengths and systems and processes that may also offset your weaknesses that play a part in that, you have the ability now to connect with people, to be compelling to them in your sphere of influence, so that when somebody comes to the table with something with what you do, they're going to refer you not based upon what you do in itself, but why you do what you do, and you're going to have referrals. That's a sustainable model. And when people do their part because now they bought in and made that decision for themselves because they feel that you related and understood them, they have that great experience, what are they going to do after that? Referrals. So again, becoming a trusted advisor is all about coming from your core values and principles. It's all about leveraging your strengths and offsetting your weaknesses to convey that contextual content. Now, you notice I repeated myself several times here. That was by design because a lot of times people will hear something, but they really did not really understand